Grand Rising to you all. Welcome to the moon reading episode of my Tarot Card of the Year readings, and this is part one. And I also want to wish you moon blessings. So this particular reading is falling at such an auspicious time with a new moon energy of a new year, and I feel very inspired that this reading could have some powerful messages for all of us. And as I have been doing with all of the readings, I will look at the energy of the moon in terms of the year of the Hermit. And the year of the Hermit is calculated by adding the numbers of the year 2025 together. 2 plus 5 plus 2 equals 9, and number 9 is the major arcana, the Hermit in the tarot. And for this year's readings, I have created a spread that I am using. It's still kind of early here, so it's a little bit dark. I will adjust the light if necessary. It is in the shape of the Nautilus. The first card goes in the center of the reading, and then moving in an outward direction, your significator is here. Significator for this reading is the moon, and the deck that I am using is Solara Occulta Tarot by Crimson Astaria. And there's more information below in the description box if you would like some more information. So a very warm welcome to all of you. I just want to mention cards are shuffled in small groups very well in between readings. This is a large, difficult deck to shuffle, and I'm going to be doing less shuffling on screen because it's really hard on the wrists because it's so thick and so large. So beautiful, beautiful deck. And I wouldn't want the cards any other size, any other way. Ooh, and before I start, I want to read you something from the Wee Moon Journal. Go talk to the moon tonight. Ooh, I'll show you the picture as well, too. Go talk to the moon tonight. Release your fear, worries, and doubts. None of them will last anyway. La Luna reminds us of this, that night will always find its morning, and that everything comes to an end, and that even when you appear to be in total darkness, there will always be a light who finds you, who shows you the way. That excerpt is from Zelina Gonzalez. Beautiful. That's page 177 of the Wee Moon Journal from this year. So just absolutely love these readings. I believe I did cut the cards already. Our friend, the Page of Swords, is making another appearance, and they have been here in a previous reading. And as I mentioned, this is a favorite card, and I will speak to the nature of its voice and its bravery and its playfulness. What a wonderful way to start. If you've been following in this series, you will know that there have been many a repeating card, and both the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands have shown up many times. And here on the bottom of this reading is the Queen of Pentacles again. And so when I turn the deck over, she's on the very bottom, so the 78th card. And I do like to look at this card. I feel like it completes a story. It bookends the reading. And she holds up a sense of bravery and light through any and all of the challenges the darkness that you may wander. And I think it's just a sort of a lovely energy to have within your reading. The energy of the moon celebrates the darkness, the beauty of the goddess, the beauty of our receptivity. This is a wonderful place to wander. And astrologically speaking, in the tarot, this is the sign of Pisces. This is the end of the zodiacal year, and it carries a lot of water and transition. It is a mutable sign. It carries us into spring, and it has this sense of completion. I would say that this sign is, and in the year of the Hermit, which to me feels like an energy of darkness, wandering into the night, wandering into the cave, wandering into our interior landscape, that this embracing of darkness, the embracing of our receptivity is held and honored and respected. And this might be, I'm looking at this card here, I'm thinking, and the way that Page of Swords appears to be somewhat in ceremony, looks like this is something that you could step into more fully this year. And what I mean is to find your tribe, to find a group where you can honor moon ceremonies, where you can, and that might not be that. It could be something, maybe it's, you've always wanted to be part of a crochet circle. Maybe you've always wanted to be part of a drumming group. And this is your year to find your pulse, to find your deep inner strength. And I don't know, just it feels like, and that Page of Swords is, well, let's see what other cards come up, and then I'll weave my tale. This is lovely. Two of Cups. So that's the beginning of the water journey. All right, so the story begins, Two of Cups, Five of Wands, and the World, with, of course, the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords points to and wanders into the Two of Cups. So the reading goes in this direction. And there's something about the world facing the right way as well here too. So that's kind of lovely. What does the Page of Swords know about the Two of Cups? And what is the connection here? Well, there is a tenderness. The element of air takes us into the place of the heart space. And it feels like that inner child, perhaps, that part of you that has been longing to hold up her sword, her truth, her voice. It's pointing to the place of mother, seeking comfort, seeking love, wanting to be held. And the layers here are a little intertwined, and I'll try to explain it to you. So Two of Cups begins the Cancer journey at the summer solstice. And in the Cancer journey, there is often this process of healing maternal wounds, healing wounds from childhood, and sometimes these are traumas that go back through lifetimes, connections with mom, or birth trauma. It could be your own birth trauma, connections with family of source. We also have this card here, which is connected to the planet Saturn. Saturn is the Sephira on the Tree of Life, connected to all of the queens, and it has this, it's connected to the Great Mother, the Great Sea of Binah. The pages, and this is the page of the heart, right? Page of air, page of the element of air. Pages live in the 10th Sephira, which is both the place of Earth and Saturn. And so there's kind of this poignant connection here. It's like I can hear a soft voice calling Mama, Mama. And it just wants to be held. And so perhaps this is an invitation for you to heal a wound with one of your children, with your mother, with the female lineage in your family. There's something about the power of the child here and the relationship with child and mother. And there's been a struggle with this, a struggle. So 5 of Wands, all of the 5s, give us a struggle of some kind. They take us through and it almost feels like the passage that we see in the World card. My particular image of the 5s is a suspension bridge where you can come in from a lovely hike, and then you go into this narrow passageway and you cross across a suspension bridge. It's kind of dangerous, feels dangerous, high above sometimes a creek or a fast-flowing river. And it's like you go through this birth canal and then you get over to the other side of your hike, and it's lovely. But it feels kind of treacherous. And in that same way, this energy of mother and birth and moving through narrow passages is also part of this theme. Like this is not an easy journey, and you may feel what's the word? Almost suffocated. You could feel out of breath even as you navigate this, as you deal with this. Now the 5 of Wands, this is the suit of Dharma, life purpose. And there's something really great here, and I love looking at readings in terms of, especially this kind of reading, right? This is a big reading for the start of the year. And when we're working in the suit of Wands and the suit of life purpose, and I love to use the term, your great work. And your great work, your purpose may very well be in the healing of this female lineage. And I wonder, the power of healing relationship and the beauty of contact and the beauty of connection is all part of this. There's something really important and tender here as well, too. And when I look at this 2 of Cups, what I see is, I remember those moments. Both of my mothers have died. I was reconnected with the mother who gave birth to me when I was pregnant with my first child, and grew up with an amazing adopted mother who was my mom. And she was one who taught me to take time in the day, to enjoy the moments. And she was all about sitting down and having a cup of coffee or having a cup of tea and lingering in life and building connection. And there were years I remember being frustrated by this behavior. I just want to go, not connect. And 2s are about relationship. And so there has been struggle with this, but it is time. It's time to heal this. And you have this beautiful potential to, it's so deeply feminine. And then all of this is amplified by the energy of the moon in its lunar beauty. It's lunar beauty, it's lunar receptivity. And so I would be paying attention to the lunar cycle. And if you are a young woman and you are still have your monthly lunar cycle, then this is something you want to listen to and get in sync with. And if you are a guy reading this and listening to this, I think it's really important that you as well too listen to what needs to be healed with mom, and whatever that calls, however that calls to you. And also paying attention to lunar cycles and your own inner water is really important here. That Queen of Wands hails the dynamic energy that may be required here to do that. Another 5. Okay, this 5 is also heading in the right direction, so we're going this way. And another passageway, and this is a passageway in this material world, in this muggle space, where we have to traverse some difficult things. And there are families, and I'm going to stick with this theme because it feels very important. There are families and there are connections in the family that would rather keep things quiet and not open up any cans of worms. And in the 5 of Pentacles here, you feel alone, like you are the only sibling of all your siblings that wants to heal this and wants to deal with this. Or there's some aspect of this that you have to go out on your own and leave the status quo and leave the comfort, what you know as comfort. And there's some sense of deep within your heart, you know that this road you are embarking on, it's for the greater good, but staying with what I have is not worth it. And very poignant that this follows a major card of endings and new beginnings, and that the passage that you take is a very brave one. So you have 2 5s plus the Mandorla, plus the narrow opening of the World card here. Lots of feminine energy. So you are moving through what appears, and I think that's a really important word here, appears to be something immensely difficult. And things always appear more difficult in the darkness. And the darkness is amplified, as I mentioned, because you have a lunar theme in a hermit year. And navigating the darkness requires bravery. And that Queen of Wands underneath holds up her torch, and she reminds us to light a candle. And she reminds us, maybe we're going to need to add a little cayenne pepper to our food, or we're going to need some extra hours of sleep so we have some extra fire in our body. You're going to need to find ways to amp up your inner resource, to keep yourself strong and energized through this. Okay, so let's do one more card here. So this is the King of Swords. The King of Swords also is traveling in the direction of the Nautilus. And we've gone from Page of Swords to King of Swords. And on the Tree of Life, the queens are in the third sephira of Binah, and the kings are in the second sephira of Hokmah. And there is a sort of a harmonizing energy here. There is great truth and great wisdom and purpose and sense of self. And the king here has an angelic presence with them. There is no denying that this is their path. And so I would take this card as a sense of, I absolutely need to find the strength and the support that I need to take this on. It is definitely in the highest of the highest, for my highest, and I am the one to do it. It has the healing power, that the symbol in the Two of Cups is perhaps the most important symbol here for you to embrace. That symbol, as well as the mandorla, the opening. So I would this year pay attention to passageways and opportunities to move through difficult things, and really give the idea of the healing of the relationship with Mother a good think. Okay. Now, if this reading is resonating with you, I thank you for subscribing and liking this video. And I am going to go a little bit deeper in part 2. So if you want to hear more, please follow me to the link that I have just put up there on the screen. And thank you so much for watching. I look forward to your comments later. Namaste.